Awesome. Keep it up.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SLR Tier 3 and the start of Season 13. Babulous is with me this evening, and we're at Australia for round 1.
Good evening, everybody. The beginning of the new season has come upon us, and we're gonna have a lot of fights again this year for the championship. We have new drivers coming in, and I think it will spice things up a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. So you can see there the calendar, 11 rounds, and they will all be fought tightly for the win and contested by each driver. Right, let's get down to the track as we have a look at the lineup, and you can see it along the bottom of your screen with a nice scroll
Graphic.
bar. There we go. Look at that. Fantastic. There we go. So, welcome to Season 13. Dry, Ocean Chief says. Finzik is on the intermediates as well. That's lovely stuff. So, what are you expecting from this season, Babalas? Obviously, last season was very close with the championship. Are you expecting more, or do one or two of the drivers catch your eye? You think they might run away with it?
We have the constant favorites of the third division, but we have new drivers. So this varies a lot of things because you get more strategies, you get different kind of setups. I think we will have, for example, Lepson as the big favorite, but for example, we have 5 new drivers that are Greek.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so drivers we haven't seen before, we don't know their pace necessarily, but yeah, I mean, this track's pretty neutral, you would say, in terms of it's not a heavy braking track, it's not a high-speed track, it's got a little bit of everything, so it might be a good marker to lay down to see where everyone's pace is at the start of the season, and yeah, everyone on their outlaps now. Of course, the normal...
I hate Australia, I always did, because I was spinning at the S after the second DRS zone.
Yeah, it's difficult. There are a couple of places that you could spin easily, one to the really fast chicane before the back straight as well, and out the final corner as well. But Futuristic might be a favourite this season as well. Let's ride on board with him, shall we, for our first lap this season. And on the mediums...
why Finzik is using intermediates.
Yeah. Chief said it's not raining, but I don't think he got the message. Or he's just going for a bit of an outlap.
I would love to see one time racing in Australia with rain.
Yeah, I don't think we've had that before. It happens quite a bit in career mode, but we haven't had that in the league race, which I remember. So through the middle section, this bit of course is new. They've taken out one of the chicanes that used to be right here, and this goes straight through to that fast chicane before the back straight I was talking about. Very easy to spin. You've got to get nice and close to the wall here on the right and chuck it in and get on the throttle nice and early. Bit of a compromised line on the exit there from Futuristic, so he'll have...
You have to be careful of the curb. The curb can send you right across the track straight to the wall and makes you DNF.
Yeah.
That's why I hate Australia, because it's that curb, that specific curb, that can mess you up.
Let me just turn the game audio up. And whoa, that's loud in my ear.
What is loud?
I had to turn the game audio up, and now it's really loud. And I can't really hear Babolas, so I'll have to think about what I'm doing that I can just about hear, so speak up.
So we have the first three. Agnostopoulous 117.5, smashing the oh, we have Kurkulos DNF.
Oh,
DNF,
has he done that on track? Yeah, he has. Well, there's an Alfa Romeo there as well in the
it was
yellow
on the
flag.
left side of the track. It was on the left side of the track.
Here's the Alfa. I think that's a separate incident. It seems that they've not got any damage. Byronas, we'll have to get used to these names.
Byronas, yes.
Byronas. Okay, you can help with the pronunciation because I don't know.
if you remember Lord Byron from there. And Larson. DNF, what happened?
Oh! Yeah, he's crashed as well. I can see an Aston Martin on the track. It's disappeared now. And as we see
this is
Lepson.
not looking good, mate. This is not looking good.
Lepson coming into the pits with his rhubarb and custard themed helmet. If you don't get that, if you're not British. Rhubarb and custard is a sweet. It's yellow and pink. So looks that's what Lepson's crash helmet is made of. Right, everyone coming to the pits now, and you're gonna have to help me here.
We have the two Ferraris with mediums, setting down with mediums.
Yes.
Maybe they wanted to feel to get the feeling of the track, how the track will behave. Would you go for the hards in this track?
In the race?
Yes.
Yeah, I go medium hard. I think that's really the only strategy around here.
The basic strategy is that, but there are rumors now that when the car is heavy, the hard compound is not behaving as it's supposed to be.
Interesting. Kyriakidis goes P2, so it's Red Bull 1-2 at the moment, behind his teammate. Let's have a go. Anagnostopoulos.
Anagnostopoulos.
Close. Anagnostopoulos.
You will get the hang of it. You got me on the wheel now.
Lepson must have invalid his first lap because he's not got a time on the board as of yet. Finzik is actually on the dry tyres now, so let's see what his pace is like. It's the Duracell battery car. Fleeing it through that corner. Yeah, Mr. P and Mr. D.
Come on, guys. You know the names.
Now, Wong Fee, that's not Jim Wong, is it? Because he was a legend back in F1 2019.
Spinsik is coming to the end with his hot lap. Let's see what time he will do.
Very good.
P2.
Yeah, not under half a tenth from P1. In fact, no, my maths isn't very good, but you get the idea. He's very close. Keeble Madison up in 5th as well, is doing well as always. See if he can make an improvement.
And I'm gonna ride with Lepson to see how he will do.
Thank you for that inside information, Chief. Swedeland. Do they eat Swede in Sweden? Nearly 3/10 up for Keyboard Magnussen. This is looking like... Oh my word, that was some blocking there. He's not happy. And I don't blame him because there was a Red Bull right on the exit of the corner going very, very slowly. And that could have been him out of the session if he wasn't careful. And that Red Bull gets in the way of the Mercedes as well. So I don't know who that is. It is Kyriakidis. So a bit of impeding for the FIA to look at there. But that ruined Keyboard Magnussen's lap. I'm sure that will be looked into after the race. Lepson sets his first lap, goes up into P3 as you'd expect, pretty high up there, and within a tenth.
I think Iliakidis is going that slow because he has no fuel in his trunk.
Yeah.
I think he tried to stay out of the way, but he couldn't go all the way out because he would got disqualified from the game. Because we have this. It's an EA game, you know? Yes, if you leave the track for over a couple of meters, then you get disqualified for some reason. I don't know why. Even though you are moving.
Futuristic up to P6. Although knowing me, probably did that at the start of the session.
P3,
yes.
We lost that one.
I did mention it briefly, but Byronas yet to set a lap. But sorry, Bironas. There you go. I remember, I think.
You're doing good, mate.
Icewind is in. Hello, hello. We should just rename this to Greek Racing League 2.
We don't have enough Greeks, mate. Come on.
Greek and Finn.
To let our viewers know that we are broadcasting both in Twitch and in YouTube.
Yes, we are.
So they can choose what they want to see. I'm riding on with Bironas P15. Not a good time from him.
Tilda up to P5. And everyone else is just calming down a bit for the timer to go down so they can set their lap at during the best track conditions later in the session.
We have the other Alfa Romeo. I think he gave up.
Well, I hope so, because he's 2.5 seconds down in the first sector.
Yes, he's saving ERS.
Wesley in P10 is on an outlap. Who's the closest to starting? Keyboard Magnussen. Naiku is right near the end of the lap, and he's going to come across the final corner to start what will be his last lap of the session, I think, in the McLaren. Braking nice and late there, taking the apex. Bit of wobble on the exit there, and did well to keep it under control. You can brake really late into here because the apex opens up nicely on the exit. That makes no sense. The exit opens up nicely. And flat through this right-hander, you've got to be careful not to take too much curb on the inside, otherwise you will spin out. I think that's probably what happened to Larson. Chucking it in through here, you can really just avoid the brake and lift off and then get straight back on full throttle because of the high speed you're at. And this new section, all full throttle all the way down here. Ferrari getting out the way for him nicely there. Is this going to yeet the car in through here? And on the power, nice and early, DRS open. I think that DRS zone's been brought back a bit, so you'll have a bit more chance of an overtake now on this game. A nice apex there, and through the final sector, it's got to be important to set up your run to the line, as it gets a bit wide there, but through the final corner nicely, use all the exit space, and he's going to keep it nice and straight towards the line. I think it will be an improvement by 0.2, but he doesn't improve his position, but he's very close to Tilda. I don't think he'll be able to get back to the pits and do another run though, so I think that's Naiku's session over for now.
I think the corner before the last chicane has a little bit of bump, the right-hander, after the DRS zone, the last DRS zone.
Yes.
So
yeah.
the drivers have to be careful, because if they hit it hard, they can have the rear end lifting of the ground, and they may spin around.
And Lepson,
This
fastest.
one.
Yes. Lepson fastest
You
sector 2.
you see the front right bump
Yeah.
from the tire.
I think Lepson's going to be setting the pole position time here for everyone to beat if he's kept it together in the final sector, purple sector 2. And he does go P1 with a 17.3, 2/10 clear. And
Yes, but we have Anagostopoulos coming in from the behind. Let's see if he will improve. No.
No. And Finzik went up to
No.
P2 to jump him there as well. Kirikidis invalid his lap. Tilda, I think, is on an in lap. Futuristic has finished his lap.
I told you we're gonna have a carnage over here. New season, everybody gonna prove himself on the track, and I expect a lot of crashes and spins.
Woxo, what a name, is on the lap here. Looking to get himself inside the top 10. Oh, someone spun around there in the exit.
The Alfa Romeo, Jurg. He's a Greek, but I won't say the Greek name because it's gonna be hard, that's right.
Up to P4 from Woxo, that's really good. 6.5 improvement. Lepson's done, he doesn't want to set another lap, we probably can't. Keyboard Magnussen is on a run. He's ever so slightly down on his time so far, but can easily make that back up again.
We're on a speed 12.
Purple sector 2 according to the game. 1/10 up for K-Mag. Literally, because it's Keyboard Magnussen, so that's it. Ocean Chief has joined. Wonderful stuff.
Lepson Finzik retired. So we have the other drivers. I don't know if we have time to go out again.
So, Keyboard Magnussen going to come across the line. I think it will probably be an ever so slight improvement, but he stays in P9. His teammate Naiku, on the other hand, has just started his lap. Can he get into the top 5? It's very, very close between the top 7, isn't it? Although Lepson's a little bit far away, and the gap between Mr. P and Woxo is quite large, as the checkered flag is out.
And we have Sakalaga going a little bit slow to set his time. He's trying to save ERS.
So, Naiku will come across the line, and he'll be one of the last ones to register his lap time. Let's see if he can get himself up into the top 5. No, ever so slightly down on his time. Keyboard Madison to the pits. Wesley across the line though. He goes up to P9, and the last one is Shaka, but he has abandoned his lap. So that's the grid. Lepson on pole by quite a convincing margin, just over a tenth, and then Finzik and Anignostopoulos. There you go. Woxo, Kirikidis, Wong Fi. Tilda, really good P7 for him. Futuristic, you expect to be a bit higher perhaps, but he's down in P10. And unfortunately for him, Larson crashed, so he'll be starting his championship title campaign from the back of the grid. Biranas has a 5-place grid penalty.
Yeah.
So it does look all very close in the top echelons, but we'll see when we come to the race. So they'll pick their strategies, which I imagine is medium hard. I don't think we've got formation lap on still.
Honestly,
So.
mate, I'm considering if the things are spot on about the hard compound, it would be better to go for the two-stop strategy.
Yes.
You will have one stop more, but it will give you better grip and and speed around the track.
Speed! Well,
Okay,
here we go, straight into it.
Guys.
5 lights. And Lepson on pole, Finzik in P2. Let's get rid of those graphics so we can see what's going on. Fantastic camera angle, but it looks like Lepson's got a great start at the start of season 13. Finzik going up the inside of the Red Bull, Mr. P. And Mr. P gets the move done, so he's up into P2. And Finzik comes back, in fact, and Mr. P all the way down to P4. Look at this fighting going on into this first corner. And there's a Ferrari there at the back that goes way off the track. He's spun round. Wesley's up to P4. Woxo in P3 now. And the McLaren of Naiku looking very angry on the back of Wong Thi. And an interesting start here, but the top two have got away. We'll have to keep an eye on Finzik because he might make a move for the lead pretty soon. As he's coming into the chicane, he's not going to have any chance of doing one there. And I think most drivers will sit back because it's quite collision prone, making a move into this part of the track.
For the couple first turns, I had a problem with the game. It was showing me Aristobulus being on the top of the list, but right now he's on P16. We're fighting Ocean Shift.
Yes, he's span. Wong Fi then, all over the back of Wesley, whilst his teammate is leading the race. Futuristic comes into the pits, must have had damage. And Larson has made himself up to P12 already from starting in right at the back. Doesn't look like any moves are going to be made as there's a Alpine sandwich for Wesley. They're both Ferraris into the pits. ever so close for Wesley now. Look at this, going round the outside of Woxo to take the last podium position. Very close, and that was bound to happen. He just tagged, and Wesley is out of the session. There's a full-course safety car. That was a massive collision. Yeah, he just tagged the back. He thought he was clear and he could bring it back onto the racing line, but Woxo was still there. And I imagine Woxo would have damage. It does look like he is missing the right end plate. No, he's not left end plate.
How many safety cars are we going to have?
Well, at least one.
I would say more than 3.
Well, look at this. Woxo is staying out with the damage. Now we've got a chance. Let's have a look at the tyre strategies. Everyone on the medium, but those who aren't are on the soft. So I think you're right, Babalas. They're trying to avoid the hard. Maybe a soft medium is even possible if they look after their tyres. Bironas the only one on the hard.
It is possible, but there will be about 70%.
Okay, I suppose with the safety car that will help.
A lot of things going on the back about P12. Ocean pitted, I don't know why. Papa Dimitriou pitted also. They're going for a medium. I don't know what to say.
So the big losers here are Anagnostopoulos, who's down in P13 after starting in 3rd place. Woxo has lost 4 positions after that collision with Wesley, who has retired from the race. Futuristic must have had an issue. He came into the pits after lap 1. Must have had some damage. He's down to P17. But in terms of Larson, he's done very well, up from 19th to 11th now. And no change at the top. Woxo has front left plate is completely gone. So he decided to stay out. We'll see how his pace is.
I don't think he will stay out for long, because he will find out the hard way if he continues like that. No, he's pitting. I told you.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision though, because because as soon as the safety car came out, he drove straight past the pit lane. So he's coming in now. Surely he'll lose even more positions, but we'll see. Onto the hard.
No, he's going. Is that hard?
Yeah. And now he's all the way at the back.
Maybe he didn't have time to set up his strategy because we are already close to the pit lane.
But you could always do it even in the pit lane. Alpine are pretty far down. When you're trundling down, you can set the tyres then. So, I'm not sure about that. But Wong Fei, when we get underway, is on pretty new soft tyres, so maybe he might be able to challenge the leaders. Safety car might be in this lap, actually.
We'll see right now.
Yes. Look at that crystal ball. And Lepson will slow down to let the safety car peel away into the pit lane. And everyone else will bunch up behind. And those on hards, Bironas and Woxo, they're going to find it difficult to keep the temperature up in those tyres.
Maybe the worst chicane in F1 tracks, the chicane after the second DRS zone.
The worst one in the whole calendar.
I think so, because it's very, very tricky. It is high speed, I know. It gives you an advantage over other chicanes, but it can spin you around without hesitation.
Okay, he's underway, Lepson. Yep, Finzik was wise to it, and he's very close behind, but not close enough to challenge him into turn 1. That's Naiku, who is pulling out from behind Wong Fi, but a bit too far back at the moment, so no moves yet all the way down the field, as Chief actually makes a move into turn 1, and Futuristic 2, Sabirinas on those hard tyres, not getting them fired up. He's walking his way down the field. He's down in P17 now, and the two Ferraris have made up a position each. Larson up into P10 already, so we'll keep an eye on his progress through the field. He might be up pretty high come the end of the race, knowing his pace. Finzik let to make a challenge. Same with Wong Fi, who is probably look after those tyres during the safety car and might be able to get them far enough so he can make a late dash for mediums soon in a couple of laps and maybe get them to the end. Naiku challenging him though, so he's not showing the pace that you'd expect at the moment on those softs, which are relatively new still. All pretty quiet at the moment in the top 10, as that's Tilda who's gone a bit deep there, and Kyriakidis all over the back of him. Will he be able to make the move into turn 1? There won't be any up ahead as Wong Fi sets the fastest lap across the line. And of course no DRS yet, but when it is enabled there'll be DRS on the main straight and then this straight here as well. So plenty of overtaking opportunity.
You have 2 DRSs, but one DRS checkpoint before the final chicane.
Yeah, so if you manage to overtake with DRS on the home straight, you can then pull away on the second one, create a gap.
And then Rostovlos attacking boosted from the inside. He has passed.
Wong Fi now on those softs looking to make up a position. They're both gaining pretty quickly on Lepson, and he decides to back out of that one as 3 into 1 doesn't go. And Finzik holds on to P2, but I don't think it will be long before he's making his way up to the race lead.
DRS enabled, but we won't have DRS on the second straight. We will have to wait until the second DRS zone.
Finzik could have maybe had a look there, but thinks better of it.
He's playing safe.
Yeah.
He's playing safe. He doesn't want to risk something. He doesn't want to use his DRS without a purpose.
So close through this section. If the driver ahead makes the smallest mistake, you could be in trouble. And I forgot about this DRS zone here as well. So 4 DRS zones on this track means that the leader is always going to be under pressure. Here's another one, and I think Finzik will definitely make the move this time. He goes to the outside, he's pushed onto the grass. Bit of on the edge defending there from Lepson, as we've got another retirement and a virtual safety car.
I told you about the chicane. I told you about the chicane, the fast chicane. He pushed him all over the track. The chicane that I hate, the chicane that destroys me every single time, every single year. Yeah, that's why I hate Australia.
Naiku comes into the pits. He is on the mediums, so I imagine he'll go onto the hards.
They go to the hards, but can they manage the hards until they warm up properly?
Yeah.
That's the problem, because it's a virtual safety car. It's not full course safety car. We have to remember that.
And I'm surprised Wong Fi didn't pit off the softs. He probably could get to the end on mediums from here, maybe. It'd be a difficult thing to do, but it's worth the risk under VSC to gain, what, 10, 12 seconds on your rivals. So Finzik got that move done just before the VSC came out, so he's now the race leader. Then Lepson will be thinking of
Drive through
what to
penalty
do.
speeding at the safety car workshop.
Oh, so it's got from bad to worse for him, and oh, look at this. Lepson's already over the back of Finzik as they come through, and DRS enables straight away because it was only a virtual safety car, but he's lost a bit of time on the exit and won't get it done. Somebody who might get a move done is Kyriakidis on Tilda, who's up in P4, but he gets his braking point spot on there.
I think he will wait for the straight.
Two Ferraris battling it out. In fact, Papa Demetrio has had an incident and he's dropped to the back of the field. Wong Fi now, look at the speed he's gaining on Lepson. Into turn 1, he's backed out of it and he might have another opportunity down into turn 3. I was going to say he might be too far back, but he could have gone for it. Yeah, those softs still look pretty quick, don't they?
It was a little bit back. A little bit more than it had to be.
Oh!
What is that?
Did they both spin on their own, or did they have a collision?
I think they went side by side, or somebody...
Oh, and he's off again. Tild is off again. Oh, and he's damaged his rear wing now. He's all over the place. Oh dear. Another safety car. Well, now surely Wong Fi will pit. Oh, it's all kicking off. Look at this. Fantastic stuff.
I told you hearts are not something to be trusted.
And the Papa Demetrio was off as well, and he's just given up the place under safety car to Naiku. Well, well, well. Right, let's see about the leaders, what they're going to do about coming to the pits. Wong Fi most definitely will pit. You can probably get to the end on mediums from here.
Honestly, based with what I've seen right now, I would not go for the...
Whoa! What's he doing there? He looked like he was going in, then he decided not to, and then he decided to go in again, so he's cut across the grass reserve. That might have been a bit dangerous had someone been right behind him. And he's gone on to the hards, not the mediums. So these drivers thinking the mediums won't last. Obviously the ones who were on the mediums like Lepson, Keyboard, Magnussen have to go into the hards because...
But if they had the second medium, I would go with the second medium and go for the 2-pistol. Because I would go medium softs for the end of the race. The lighter the car, the better the grip with the mediums, with the softs, and I would have an increased pace. Because I don't trust the hards right now. I think they changed something in the game. Hards could be dependable at the beginning of the season 12, but right now it doesn't feel like that. You raced the season 12 and you know what I'm talking about.
And I think mediums could have got to the end anyway, so I'm not sure.
No, right now mediums is about 40%, I think. The mediums.
Yeah,
That's
but
why you
I
have
mean,
to do the 2 stops.
No, I mean if Wong Fi pitted onto medium, he would be able to get to the end of the race. So, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But all of the top 6 haven't pit yet, apart from Ocean Chief, who pit in the first few laps of the race. But looking how it's gone so far, there might very well be another safety car. So who knows? So I think...
with all these safety cars and crashes and people DNF, Anagnostopoulos is back in P4.
Yeah.
The other Red Bull is back in P4. He had an incident at the beginning of the race. He was P16 and now he's back in P4 at the place where Kyriakidis was.
I think these medium runners are going to look to go onto the softs at the end of the race, because otherwise they would have pit if they're going onto hard. So they're going to have to... Well, we'll see the pace difference, won't we, between the old mediums and the new hards, and see if they really are that bad.
I saw some people wearing hards that don't have the stability. I saw the rear end of the car wobbling a lot of times. I don't know what to say. I'm really confused right now. And this track is a track that is unforgivable in terms of consistency.
Yeah, the
You
walls are
may
so
take
close
it
as well.
the same commander, you can take it for like 10 times the same way, and in the 11th time you will get out, you will spin out. I don't know what is wrong with this track. We have Kyriakidis coming in on the Twitch. Kyriakidis, what happened? I will see the incident report in FIA afterwards, but we want to know firsthand right now. We're on the race. So we have one more lap with the safety car, and yet again, no DRS. And I'm trying to figure out who is going to pit where, at which lap. Because Workshop pitted for new mediums. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to go all the way to the end, but if there is another safety car, it will be. I think it will suffice.
So Tipsy letting us in on inside information. Tilde spun on the curb and Mr. D was collected.
Oh, worst case scenario when you are from the inside, yes.
Well, when we get underway, Lepson will be leading the hard runners. Look to get through the traffic as quickly as possible. But there are a couple of guys up there, like Larson and Finzik. If there is another safety car towards the end of the race, they'll be in a great position to go onto the softs, and they will have jumped so many cars. So it's an interesting time in the race. The safety car is in this lap.
Let me ask you something. Woxo is on press mediums, okay? Can he go all the way to the end?
Oh, who's that? That's Georg, who's just driven into the grass. That's interesting. Yes, I think he can. Like I was saying, Wong Fei, his teammate, he could have pitted for mediums and gone to the end of the race, I think. So, we'll see. There's a penalty as well, so.
He has the drive-through.
Still?
I think it's the drive-through.
Well, he can't. Check. Oh, yeah, it still has a drive-through. How does that work? I thought you have to serve it within 3 laps.
Yes, he has the drive-through. He still has the drive-through.
How does that make sense? Anyway, we're underway, and Finzik is still weaving because his tyres are a bit too cold for his liking. And further down the field, that's McLaren. That's Keeble Magnussen getting past Wong Fei. Although Wong Fei is back ahead now, he's going to swoop round the outside and retakes a position. Papademitro now around the outside of Naiku. Can he do it into turn 3? He does it pretty easily actually in the end, and right up the back of his gearbox too. I don't understand, how does he still have the drive-through when you have to serve it within 3 laps or you're disqualified, aren't you? Oh! Naiku's off! Another spin in the same part of the track.
But we don't have safety car right now. Not yet anyway.
Look how close Mr. P is to Larson. And Lepson to Chief. So we'll keep an eye on those two as... Oh! Oh, he's done very well. He's caught that. He's got that out of the way. And Lepson now on Chief, who's defending to the inside. He dummies to the outside, switches back to the right-hand side. And Lepson now looking all over the back of Chief. So is Wong Fei, actually. It's pretty close between these guys. Finzik has got a decent lead on Shaka.
Ooh, and Agrostopoulos is losing the position from keyboard. He is going to have to be safe right now. I don't know.
Lepson
Oh my
under
God.
pressure.
Papadimitriou. No, he's not gonna attack him. I told you the curb on the far side of the exit of the chicane is killing the players. It's unforgivable.
And Larson needs to get past Shaka pretty quick, really, if he wants to stay with Finzik. As these three fighting so hard, Chief Lepson and Wong Fei, all very close.
Is overtaking now. And stop loss. I think they will try to be safe from the curb right now. Yes, everybody is avoiding till the second penalty.
Lepson gets past, and Wong Fei had a look there as well. Chief actually staying in the battle, but he's gone wide on the curb, and that allows Wong Fei to get past as well. And I think Chief is going to have to concede this as they come through into this heavy braking zone. He sticks his nose up the inside, but he's lucky not to get tagged. And now he's got the McLaren of Keyboard Madison and Papadimitriou all over the back of him, and the Red Bull as well of Mr. P, who goes a bit wide. Sorry, it's Papadimitriou who goes wide, and Mr. P swoops in and takes that position. There's Keyboard Magnuson then on Chief. What are they going to do into turn one? This is really close racing and fantastic stuff on the safety car restart from these guys. Chief dropping like a fly though, and he's lost another position, but he's going to come back on the outside. He's going to give it a good little go. Just not enough grip there for Chief on those old medium tyres, and you can see that the hards aren't awful, but you'd still rather be on old mediums at this point, barring any pit stops. Look at this, Mr. P all the way up the inside of Chief now as well. And we're going to have to follow Chief because he's dropping down the field. This is Papadimitriou on his outside. He's going to give it a good go, defending the position up the inside. Very brave to send it round the inside down there and onto the main straight. These two will have DRS. Larson eventually gets past Shakalaka, but we'll keep an eye on this battle as Tild get past both Ferraris there, and he's up into P10 on his fresh hard tyres.
Maybe Ocean has a damage. I don't know. I don't understand why he's losing so much time.
So the gap at the front is 2.3 seconds. That's the gap Larson has to close if he wants to get on the board with a race win today. Of course, all the pit stops still to come. There's
so
Lepson.
we have 3 safety cars. Are we going to have another one?
Sorry, look at this. Shaka is being overtaken by Lepson, and there's Wong Fei in the background as well. And he's going to capitalise on the opportunity. Going round the outside through this corner. He goes off track, and he comes back on ahead. He gets a penalty anyway. Yeah, he gets a penalty anyway, and he'll have to stay behind for now. Very close up at the top. Lepson is not going to let Larson get away that easily.
Shakalaka loses a place.
And Chief losing more places, this time to Tilda.
And Agnostaphilus is on, Mr. P is on steroids right now. Look at him fighting. Yes, look at him. He's going all over the place. He's taking every chance he's getting. His hands on. And I think he's gonna go for the source.
Lepson is going to get Larson here into turn one, and he'll have the DRS again out of this corner, so he'll be able to pull away even more. And he's the only one up at the top, in the top three, who has made their mandatory pit stop, and he will be going to the end on those tyres. So he is in a good position to see if he can catch up to Finzik. Action all up and down the track here in Australia. And now this is Wong Fei on Larson as well, as there's a yellow flag. That's for Naiku. Wong Fei gets past. Naiku retires on track.
What?
and causes a safety car.
I think
Interesting.
he spun. I think he spun. At the exit of the right-handed, I think he spun. So, right now, those on the mediums are the lucky ones. They can go all the way to the end with the softs.
Oh, Finzik, 5-second time penalty. And the hard runners come in anyway.
Everybody's gonna go on the softs right now, trust me.
Keyboard Madison and Tilda stay out on the hards. Wongfi onto the medium. And Ocean Chief is pit onto hards. Sorry?
Maybe he hasn't have a soft compound ready. I told you it's gonna be carnage today. I think Tinder and keyboard will be on the hard spot right now.
Just over 10 laps left. And bad for the lead.
They're gonna have at least 2 laps with the safety car, I think.
Yep. And Finzik, 5-second time penalty now, so that's gonna hurt him.
Yes, we're gonna have one more lap under safety car. So, what do our viewers think about the race?
These two guys at the front are going to be under serious pressure. Trying to get those hards heated up on time, and with the fresh soft behind, I don't think they'll have any defence whatsoever. Chief pits again off the hards, imagine onto softs.
Yes, putting fresh mediums. I don't know if it's a wide choice, but maybe he doesn't have a soft compound.
Safety car in this lap, so they're getting
We
underway.
have 10 laps to go, so your predictions. Will did the end keyboard will descend the pressure from Finzik and Lepson?
Yes.
Yes, was. They will be able to hold them back?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be really hard. Especially for 10 laps. If it was 1 or 2 laps, maybe, but not 10.
Ooh. And he's off. Soil Physic. Right at the back.
Oh yeah, Tilda gets on the grass a bit there on the exit, and Finzik's going to make an easy overtake. And now look at Lepson, he wants to get involved as well. Can't at the moment, but Finzik is past Tilda. It's all rather close back here, having a bit of trouble working out who's where and what's going on, to be honest. But Wong Fi on the mediums with his penalty is putting Lepson under a bit of pressure as well. And look at Finzik now taking the lead from Keyborg Magnusson. Round the outside is he going to go? He's going to sit back for now sensibly and wait to the DRS straight, I think. Yes. Good choice. Keyborg Magnusson cuts the corner there and gets the penalty.
Look at him changing the lanes to overtake.
Can't make it at the moment. Tilda.
Oh, better grip. And he's gone from the inside. And he's on.
And Tilda.
P1.
Tilda defending from Lepson. And Lepson goes a bit wide, loses the position to Wong Fi, and Larson up in P6 wants to get involved as well as Mr. P and Shakalaka as well. They're all at it. Going down the straight, it looks like it's 3 wide to me. Lepson, Tilda and Wong Fi, and Lepson gets out ahead. But it's between these two now. Oh, the Alpine's tagged! He's around. He had nowhere to go there, and he's managed to keep it out the wall. I don't think he has damage, so he'll continue. But Lepson up into P3.
Big mistake from Mr. P. He went way too deep in the brakes, and he lost the position. Now he has to use all his ERS to overtake.
Oh no, another safety car. When will this race end?
It's the 4th or the 5th?
I think it's like, so we had 1 virtual safety car and then 4 normal safety cars, so it's the 5th, isn't it? There we go. So Keyborg Magnusson and Tilda and Keyborg Magnusson should stay out again, I think. There's no point pitting now because they'll be dead last.
They missed a chance. They should have pitted.
Yeah.
And this is good news for those with the softs, because they're gonna reserve a lot of tire for the race. The degradation will not be that much.
Crazy race.
Tell me what the chat is talking about, because I can't see that.
So, safety car will go round again.
Unless we have a late safety car in.
Well, judging by this race, it'll definitely be an exciting season.
Imagine if we had the 4th tire. Then would be the best race ever. So basically, 8 laps to go. And let's see if Magnussen can hold the position with Hilde.
Yeah, Lepson. Well, Finzik has got that 5-second penalty from speeding in the pit lane. Lepson doesn't have any at the moment, as safety cars in this lap. So Lepson really needs to get past Keyborg Magnussen in the first couple of laps after the safety car's in, and then hope he stays within 5 seconds so he can get the win. That's what he needs to do, and Larson needs to get past both the hard runners if he wants to get a podium. But let's wait and see what happens.
A lot of penalties, as usual in Australia.
Let's see when he's going to go.
I think he's gonna go now. Yeah.
And the gap's all still relatively close. Ferrari weaving around in the background there as they all come through turn 1. Oh! Who's that? That's Georg, who's gone round, and Futuristic is losing positions. That's Chief on the inside, who's made up his way into his favourite position of P10. Larson losing a position to Mr. P as they come through the middle sector now. And Magnussen still in second place on those hards. Same with Tilden P4. But look at the gap already, 1.5 seconds out in front. Lepson really needs to get past quickly as Larson manages to get back past the Red Bull driver.
Yeah,
Although he's got a bit more to say about that.
Mr. P doesn't give up, is it?
We've seen a collision with two people going side by side through that corner already today. Lepson did get past Keyboard Magnussen, so now his job is to stay within the 5-second time limit. And look at all this action going on down the end of the back straight. It's a Ferrari of Papademitro, Larson, Boosted Mess, Chief, Shakalaka, Mr. P, Tilde. They're all involved. And it's a right old ding-dong battle here as Chief is hanging on just to P10 from Wong Fi, who's in 11th and looking to get himself up into the points positions. Oh, down the inside, Chief sticks his nose in a bit there. Midfield battles raging on. So, Mr. P.
As the positions are right now, first is Lepson, second is Mr. P, and third Sakalaka.
Yeah, so Mr. P getting past Tilden now as well. So he'll be able to get a bit more pace into his lap times as he just about avoids hitting the back of Keyboard Magnussen. Here's Papademitro now on the inside of Shaka. Is he going to make the move? And he's been span off. I think there's a bit of contact there. He's
and we have a net flying off. DRS enabled right now.
Yeah, 3 laps. 3 laps to decide the winner.
No safety car now, guys. No safety car now. Even if we have safety car conditions, safety car will not come out for the last couple of laps.
Up the inside goes Shaka. That's an authoritative move, and he will be liking that if he can make it stick. And he can stay ahead of Tilda. And he makes that so. He's into P5, but it will be a bit higher, I think. He may even be on the podium once the penalties are applied. 3.2 seconds is the gap between Finzik and Lepson. He is extending that gap, but not quick enough, although he's got 3 laps left to try and get it over 5 seconds if he wants to win. Keyboard Magnussen losing out to Mr. P, and Till getting back past Shakalaka. So a bit of position swapping going on here in the final laps of the race. His teammate Boosted Mess is right at the back of him. They'll surely be working together to get themselves up the leaderboard. As Boosted Mess round the outside of Shaka, they're battling it out, the two teammates, and Shaka defends well. And now it's Wong Fei up the inside, who has come from nowhere really. He was at the start, he was at the lead of the race, and now he's found himself in the midfield, and he's just about avoids a spin there too. And these hard runners aren't losing too much time. Not as much as I would have expected. As Shaka gets onto the grass there. But he's still going to have a go again on Tilda at the same corner as last time. He pushes him wide a bit there. He gets the penalty, Tilda, for going off the track, but it probably wasn't his fault. They'll be looking into that after the race. And 5.4 seconds. Lepson must have made a mistake. So at the moment, Finzik is winning the race. Futuristic is overtaking Tilda, who's dropping down the field even more. He's now looking on the back of Chief, who's in P8.
Finz is not winning the race. Finz is on the podium. He's not winning the race. Lepson has 5 seconds difference, and Finz has 8 second penalty.
Oh, 8 seconds of penalties. Okay, he's got a 3-second time penalty then.
The worst case scenario is gonna be P2. It's gonna be P2 because Mr. P took a 3-second penalty at the chicane.
Well, we've got 2 laps left. Futuristic looking angry on the back of Ocean Chief, who's in a really good position here. Larson sets the fastest lap. He's down in P12, so he pit. He must have missed that, unfortunately. What happened to him? Boosted Mess looking really good in P5, so is his teammate Shaka, but he does have a 3-second penalty. This is the closest battle on track at the moment between Futuristic and Ocean Chief. Well, the two teammates swapped positions.
The biggest battle right now is for the podium between Mr. P and Keyboard.
And Wong Fei going around the outside of Boosted Mess, looking to take advantage of the earlier swap. And now, as we come on to the last lap, he's all over the back of Shakalaka. Right, what does Finzik have to do to win the race from here? He's got to pull a 1.3 second gap from Lepson in the last lap. That's going to be a tall order. But what does he have in his pocket? Who knows? Lepson might be on 2 warnings and he could receive a penalty himself, like Futuristic just has done. He's up to 3 seconds now, and 6 seconds for Wong Fei. So Shaka and Boosted Mess, the 2 Haas drivers, will be really pleased with their performance. But there's still a couple of sectors to go.
Mr. P lost the position from Boosted, from Keyboard. But he's gonna have the DRS right now, and he's attacking from the outside. He's gonna have the DRS again. I think Mr. P is gonna be P3.
Mr. P3. Futuristic. Trying to get past Ocean Chief, who was actually looking up for a move on boosted mess himself, but he manages to defend that nicely. Right, what will happen as Finzik crosses the line? The gap won't be big enough. Lepson will just about get in the right time zone, and he will win the race. Let's see who comes across the line, because all positions will change. Brilliant P5 from Boosted Mess. Keyboard Madison holds on the hards to get P4 in the end. P6 from Chief, P7 from Shakalaka, and the rest of the points positions go to Futuristic, Onfi, and Tilda. That was a very good race for the start, wasn't it?
I told you we were gonna have a lot of carnage. You didn't believe me. And the Greek drivers tell Vironas to close his microphone in game, guys. Come on. Πες του να το κλείσει. Sorry for the Greek guys. Okay. Look at the changes in the tires.
Who would be your driver of the day? The game said Ocean Chief, and I think I'd agree. Maybe Keyboard Magnuson as well. Keeping those hard tyres alive to get P4, starting P11. What do you think?
I would say boosted.
Yes. Agreed. No penalties as well. So, considering everyone around him got so many, let's go with Boosted Mess. So, if anyone wants an interview, please pop into the interview channel.
Yeah, we have Lipson.
Let's get the party started. Lipson, well done.
Yep.
You won the first race, thanks to some penalties as well. Finzik looked really quick, so it looks like you've got a championship battle on your hands.
Yeah, thanks, man. No, I'm sweating. I cannot say that on stream. I'm sweating. So yeah, I was too cautious at the end, man. I saw that penalty, so I thought, we don't have to fully commit, and then you're gonna make mistakes, you know. I almost lost it. I don't know if you saw that, like 4 laps before the end. But yeah, it was enough at the end. But yeah, it was not good. No grip, man. No grip.
No, and were the hards really bad? Because Babalas was saying about the loss of grip on the hards from the latest patch.
I was flying on the hards. I came to 2.5 seconds behind Pincic, and he still didn't pit yet. So that would be great if there was no safety car. But yeah, at the end, Babalas had his fun when he got 4 safety cars, huh, Babu?
Always.
Yeah, but
basically we have the 5 safety cars. We had 1 virtual.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, I remember.
I was expecting to have carnage in this tire.
I gotta watch the stream back because I didn't saw the carnage behind, because focusing on not causing carnage myself. So. Oh yeah, there's not a lot of grip, guys, but yeah, it's always good to win the first one, right?
Definitely. Yeah, and coming through quite a lot of traffic, and all those safety cars must have been difficult to get your strategy right and when to pit, and it ruined quite a lot of people's races, pitting at the wrong time onto the wrong tyre, etc. So there we go.
Yeah, I was not happy with the safety cars, man. Because I think the pace was quite good on all the tires, but at the end, softs were, yeah, gone, like no grip, and I was driving a bit scared, so because I thought the penalty, and I don't know, I didn't commit. So yeah, glad it's not 2 laps longer, because then Vincent probably would have won with this pace. So yeah, we move.
Do you have any questions, extra questions, Bubblus?
What do you think about your next race?
Imola.
Yeah.
I love Imola. It's really fun track. Like it's a chaotic turn one, so I think Babbelas will have some fun there because you all come with 350 kilometers an hour. You come to turn one, and then you need to brake. So that's gonna be fun.
The best case scenario for me would be Imola with wet race. You know that.
Babu is such a dreamer, huh? But
I'm always dreaming, mate. I'm always dreaming. I
but yeah,
have a dream.
nah, but we are gonna have some fun. Like yeah, I love this calendar. It's a really fun calendar, I think. So yeah, we'll see where it ends. The first one is there. So yeah, a lot of thanks for the comms today, guys. I hope it was fun to watch.
It was, trust me.
That sounds good, man. So is there somebody else in the interviews? No, I don't see anyone.
No.
They are shy. Right now they are shy, that's why.
Ah, thanks anyway, guys, for the comms,
Thanks.
and we'll talk to you soon. Yeah.
See you next week.
Yes, but
See you guys. Take care.
So there we go. That's round one. Unless anyone else wants to come into the interview, we'll maybe wrap it up. Don't forget to follow us on all the social medias: YouTube, Twitch. Join the Discord if you're not in there. Twitter and now TikTok. It's the first time we've mentioned that. We're on TikTok.
oh,
Thanks to AR Gamer.
TikTok.
Yeah, at Slipstream League
Oh.
Racing. So there you go. Have a look at that. And we'll try and get some ones out after this race. If you've got any clips from the race, please post them in the SLR YouTube Shorts suggestion channel. That's a bit of a mouthful. But anything you think should be on the TikTok or the YouTube Shorts, please post it in there and we'll get it up on the channel.
Or if we have plenty, we can have a highlights video
Yes.
about crashes and spins and all the stuff, the funny stuff. You know that.
So yes, join us tomorrow, which is actually a Thursday, believe it or not, because today was a Wednesday. For Tier 2, which I think will be even more carnage. Same time. And I believe that will be Tipsy Bob and Ocean Chief. So, we will see you then. Bye-bye.
Good night.